European Championship England vs Slovenia prediction, team news, lineups preview. Knowing that a point will suffice for Euro 2024 last 16 qualification, England conclude their Group C campaign on Tuesday night, pitting their wits against Slovenia at the Rhine Energy Stadion in Cologne. While Gareth Southgate's squad have accrued 4 points from a possible 6, albeit while failing to dazzle and delight their upcoming opponents, are still waiting for that elusive maiden success at a Euros finals. Match preview. There was one striking difference between England's opening Group C contest with Serbia and their battle with Denmark on June 20th. The Three Lions were not punished for sitting back after taking the lead against the former. But they would not get away with such pitiful play a second time around. Under the closed roof of the Deutsche Bank Park in Frankfurt, where the pitch left a lot to be desired, Harry Kane netted in his 4th successive major tournament for his country. But a disjointed England side were subsequently undone by a 25-yard Morten Jolmand rocket later on in the first half. As was the case in the narrow success over Serbia, only the woodwork denied England a precious second, or Phil Foden to be more exact, but the performance of Southgate's troops was lethargic, lackadaisical, and indicative of that of a side who are not fully sure of their roles in the 11. Even Captain Kane admitted that he and his teammates are often scratching their heads when it comes to pressing the opposition, leading to a familiar sense of pessimism emanating from the nation, but the overall picture is more pleasant. The Three Lions are as good as through to the last 16. Victory by any scoreline or Denmark failing to beat Serbia will guarantee a first-placed finish, preventing a possible meeting with Germany in the first knockout round, and even if disaster strikes, the Three Lions will likely still have the safety net of a high third-placed points total to fall back on. However, England's paltry tally of 2 wins from 7 matches should have the Slovenians adopting a glass-half-full approach for Tuesday's crunch match, where the former Yugoslavia nation seek to finally register their first Euros finals at the 6th attempt. Matjaž Kek's side were mere moments away from achieving that feat during their matchday 2 scrap with Serbia, where right-back Zon Karniknik arrived at the back stick to tap home in front of an elated wall of white, only for the head of Luka Jovic to break Slovenia hearts in the 5th minute of added time. Having been given a taste of their own medicine, Kek's men left it late to hit back in a 1-1 draw with Denmark in their opening battle. Slovenia currently occupy 3rd place in the standings and cannot be separated from the Danes whatsoever in head-to-head or goals metrics. But victory in Cologne will see them through. Remarkably, all 4 finishes are still possible for Tuesday's underdogs, who are not to be taken lightly whatsoever if an 8-match unbeaten run, the last 3 of which have all ended 1-1, is anything to go by. And it has been over a year since they last failed to score in any setting. Not since a 2-0 loss to Finland 14 games ago have Kek's men drawn a blank in front of goal, but from their 6 previous contests with England, 5 have ended in defeat, including a 1-0 loss at the 2010 World Cup, which secured the Three Lions' place in the last 16, a promising omen for Southgate's weary charges. Team news. Southgate largely managed to avoid scathing criticism of his squad selection for the Euros, at least compared to previous international windows, but the 53-year-old's decision to call up an injured Luke Shaw, who is still training individually, has well and truly backfired. The Manchester United man is still classed as a major doubt for Tuesday's contest, but should be the only enforced absentee for the Three Lions, whose fans are urging Southgate to tinker with his 11, pleas which should not fall on deaf ears this time around. The Trent Alexander-Arnold midfield experiment has not gone as planned, so Conor Gallagher, one booking away from a ban, could be reintroduced to the 11, or Jude Bellingham could drop into a deeper role alongside Declan Rice, allowing Phil Foden to operate centrally and either Anthony Gordon or Ebereki Eze to strut their stuff on the left. As for the Slovenians, Kek was handed a slight scare over the fitness of star attacker Benjamin Sesko, who failed to complete the full 90 against Serbia due to muscle cramps, but he has been training normally in recent days and should be fine to spearhead the charge. However, revered goalkeeper Jan Oblak missed training on Saturday for unexplained reasons, while midfield duo Timmy Max Elsnik and Adam Nezda Sarin have also not been 100% operational since matchday 2, leaving their participations slightly up in the air. It would be a shock not to see Oblak, who made some pivotal stops against Serbia, guarding the posts, though, while John Gorank Stankovic is an alternative in midfield if neither Elsnik nor Sarin are given the green light to start. England possible starting lineup: Pickford, Walker, Stones, Gahey, Trippier, Bellingham, Rice, Saka, Foden, Gordon, Kane. Slovenia possible starting lineup: Oblak, Karniknik, Brekalo, Bijal, Janza, Mlaker, Elsnik, Sarin, Stojanovic, Sporer, Sesko. We say, England 1-0 Slovenia. The form book undeniably favors Slovenia over England for Tuesday's critical clash, words that we did not anticipate muttering before the tournament, and breaking down the Oblak-marshalled defense should prove to be a tall order for Southgate's exhausted crop. However, as was the case in South Africa 14 years ago, a solitary strike should be enough to propel the tepid Three Lions into the last 16 as group winners, albeit while inspiring little confidence for the games ahead. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.